Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly Blockstar Update podcast, the place to be to find all the latest and upcoming developments within the Blockstar ecosystem. Going out to you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. UTC with your hosts, Toby and Mark.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. As always, lots of activity behind the scenes at Blockstar, and as you can see, if you've been paying any attention to the chart at all, the hard work is starting to pay off. We've said it a million times already, but I'll say it again. During a bear market, the most important thing a project can do is concentrate on building, and that's exactly what we're doing here at Blockstar. And people are starting to take note. Those that bought into Blockstar pre-launch, which for full disclosure, myself and Toby both did, we're already sitting at a 10x, and there are no signs whatsoever of any sell pressure. And that's because we all know this is just the beginning, and the ambitions at Blockstar are to make the current market cap of $10 million look like a drop in the ocean. In fact, David Hunter has openly said he'd be very disappointed if BST wasn't a top 100 cryptocurrency, which would put it at a 1 billion market cap easily during the next bull run. And that, along with all of the other secret utilities that are being developed behind the scenes, is why things are really starting to take shape. Remember, the hybrid exchange hasn't even been released yet, and there are tons more secret utilities we can't even tease you about yet. But today we're going to do things a little bit differently and focus specifically on one element, which is staking. I would argue that the vast majority of those that have invested into Blockstar up to now see the vision and want to keep their BST tokens locked up for a long-term hold. So why not earn more BST while you wait? Let's get into the details of Blockstar staking now. But before we do, I just want to say a big welcome to all of the new Ember community members joining Blockstar. The Ember migration is complete, and depending on how you chose to migrate, you might have some Blockstar tokens ready to claim. So if you decided to convert your holdings to BST, you can now head over to claim at blockstar.site, connect your wallet and claim your Blockstar tokens. If you didn't do anything during the option period, your Ember holdings will have automatically been converted to Blockstar and will be sat waiting for you ready to claim. Don't worry, this time is not exclusive. Your ability to claim will never expire, and a smart contract is in place that holds all of the Ember waiting ready to be claimed. Okay, let's get into the staking options, and I'll let Toby take you through the options available.
Yeah, all right, guys. So let's start with what is staking. I'm not teaching some of you to suck eggs, but there's going to be plenty of new people here that don't actually know what staking is. But to put it simply, staking involves users locking up their funds to receive rewards at the end of their staking period. Usually, the longer you lock your tokens for, the higher the reward will be. This benefits the project because in most cases it creates price stability, but it also rewards the users and the long-term believers of the project. So today we're going to run through the Blockstar staking platform, show you how easy it is to stake your tokens and how you can get rewarded. So first off, let's head off to blockstar.site. As you can see on the screen, this is blockstar.site and the landing page. From there, we can navigate to the Blockstar staking platform. Once you're at the landing page of the staking site, you'll be presented with a few options on the top menu. You have the ability to stake NFTs, create liquidity pools, or use the Blockstar swap to swap between BNB and BST. But today, we're going to focus on the token staking. So hover over the token staking, and then from the drop-down menu, click on Blockstar. This takes us to a new page. From here, you can see the total amount that everybody's staked. So this total amount differs to the amount shown in the staking contract on BSC Scan because it also includes the accumulated rewards. So as you can see, we've got over 21 million staked BST, which is actually over 50% of the current circulating supply. It's pretty impressive, and it shows the long-term belief in Blockstar. Below this, you can see the amount of tokens that you personally staked. And also, if you have staked tokens, the emergency withdrawal button will be highlighted. Hitting this button will send all the tokens you have staked back to your wallet, but with a 25% early unstaking penalty. So it's pretty important you keep this in mind when deciding to stake your tokens. And finally, below this is the amount of tokens you have available to withdraw at the time. These tokens won't be subject to the emergency withdrawal fees, and these tokens are the ones that have completed their staking period. Okay, so let's take a look at the staking options that Blockstar currently offers. We can stake tokens for 30 days and receive 1% APY, 90 days for a 3% return, 180 days for a 7% return, and finally 365 days for a 15% APY return.
And on that note, just remember that it is APY that we're looking at versus APR. And so, for example, if you're staking for the 90 days, it will be 3% over the year as opposed to over the duration of this stake. So just bear that in mind when you're looking at all of your options.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Mark. Anyway, you can choose a mix of all these options if you wanted. For example, you could stake 25% of your holdings across all 4 of the staking options, or you could just decide to stake 50% for 180 days, 50% for 365 days, or you could stake all your tokens for 365 days. The choice is up to you. But keep in mind that you won't be able to access these tokens again until the staking period has come to an end, unless you emergency withdraw with a 25% penalty. So keep this in mind when choosing your staking periods. So let's show you how to stake your BST tokens, guys. Make sure you're signed in to your chosen wallet on the browser. You'll need BST tokens and BNB for transaction gas. So as you can see here, I'm already signed into a MetaMask account, and it shows that I'm already connected to the staking platform here. So what you can do here is once you've signed into MetaMask, click this box here to connect your wallet to the staking site. So now we're going to scroll down, and in this box, we're going to input the amount of tokens that we want to stake. So in this example, I'm going to stake 1,000 Blockstar tokens, and I'm going to do it for 365 days. Now I'm going to hit stake, and a MetaMask or whatever wallet you're using, a window will pop up. And the first transaction that you get will be an approval transaction. Now, it's very important that you double check you're still showing the correct stake period, as if it is just an approval transaction, it will reset to the default 30-day period. So once you've done the approval and transaction, come back, double check that it's still showing the same staking period that you want to select. And then next time you have to do another transaction, which will actually send the tokens to the staking contract. So as you can see, my tokens are being staked right now. So we'll just wait for this transaction to finish. Okay, guys, and once that staking transaction has gone through, you'll see a confirmation window pop up to tell you that your tokens have been staked. What you can do at this point is, if your balance doesn't automatically go up, just hit refresh on the site, and as you can see, my balance has gone up by 1,000 BST. So now that we've staked 1,000 tokens, we can scroll down to our staking history, and at the very bottom will be a new transaction showing you the transaction that you've just done. And on this menu, you can see the date that the transaction was done, and you can see the date that your tokens will unlock. Now, each one of these will show independently of each staking period that you do. And finally, once your tokens are ready to withdraw, they will appear in this box, and you can just click the withdraw button to claim your tokens. So now that we've staked those tokens, we can just sit back, relax, and check back in 365 days, and we get to withdraw our tokens with a 15% bonus. It's also worth noting that the staking APY rates have been rigorously tested and deemed to be sustainable for at least the next 2 years. So we don't see these APY rates changing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sit back and watch those compounding rewards grow. That is what I'm talking about. And that's it for this week's podcast. Hopefully you found the staking introduction useful. We plan to include more features like this in the update podcast, where we'll show you the Blockstar ecosystem, what it has to offer, and individual specific features that we can expand on for you. So if there is any specific topics that you'd like us to cover in future update podcasts, let us know and we'll get them covered as features for you. Anyway, tune in next Tuesday, 8 p.m. UTC to find out more information. Thanks for joining us.